Welcome back to Living Local. Mental illness is an invisible sickness that gets stigmatized easily. That's why one local therapist is teaming up with a local business to bring awareness to mental health and reduce the stigma. And joining us today to tell us a little bit more about the mental health madness event is Alexandra Skinner-Walsh, owner and licensed mental health counselor with the M.A.D Therapy. So great to see you again, Alexandra. Thanks for being here.
Great being here. Great being here.
So tell us a little bit about this upcoming event that you have planned and who exactly you're working with.
Yes, so the Mental Health Madness event is, we've decided to partner up with Coffee Apothecary in Bettendorf, Iowa, to host this event, really to bring awareness to mental health, as well as collaborate with other local advocates or mental health professionals or businesses that also try to shed light on mental health.
Yeah, so what do you have planned?
So we will be kicking off the event with some spoken word poetry. We will have a mental health panel filled with either therapists, professionals in the area, or advocates in the area to talk about mental health. And then we'll end it all with a build your own terrarium class.
Oh, nice. I like that. Wouldn't expect that. So when and where is the event? Again, give us all the details.
It will be Friday, May 3rd at Coffee Apothecary. It will start at 4:30 and it will end roughly around 6:30.
Okay. Okay. Now you spoke about some of the activities, some of the things that you have planned, and some of the mental health professionals who will be on hand. So what's maybe the timeline then of events?
So we have Mr. Obbs with Roaring Rhetoric kicking it off with some spoken word at 4:30. That will take around 20, 30 minutes. After that, we'll have the mental health panel, which consists, which will be about an hour, and that consists of myself as well as Chase Norris with Clock Inc., Chelsea Everly Kretsch with Everly Psychiatric Group. You have, oh my gosh, now I'm blanking. Of course I'm blanking.
Of course, that's okay. That's okay.
But a couple other professionals, Haley with the Great Matters Collective as
Haley.
well.
Yes.
And then we'll be ending it all with the Build Your Own Terrarium class with Austin with Quartz Botanicals, and he'll be providing all the supplies. So the first half, the poetry and the mental health panel, is free to the public for anybody to attend. And then the Build Your Own Terrarium, because of the supplies being provided, people do need to register in advance. We do have some spots still available at the moment, so make sure you register for that part if you're interested in that.
And you're also welcoming people who plan on attending to submit questions or some topics. So how does that work?
So anybody that's interested in submitting a question or things that they want to hear about from the panel, they can either go to themadtherapy.com, send us an email there, or you can visit us on Instagram or Facebook and DM us your topics or questions that you have, so we can make sure that we're really catering this event to what the people who are going to be there want to hear and want to know about from these amazing people in our community. Okay,
and so talk about some of the, are there different topics that they'll be talking about then?
Yeah, so we have the Haley, who's like an advocate for suicide awareness, community connections, fostering that connection in the community. We have Chase Norris, who has Clock Inc., really focusing on LGBTQ initiatives and making sure that we're addressing some of the stigmas or issues in the community for those who are marginalized. We have Chelsea, who is medication management, so we're talking about medicine and how that might play a role in our mental health. So we have quite a range of people and professionals from various areas to speak to what people may be struggling with or want to know more about. And all of us are going to come equipped and prepared to share with you some of our favorite ways to manage stress and emotional turmoil.
Yeah, I think we all need that right now, for sure, for sure. And so you can submit the questions or topics, but folks, while they're on hand and while they're there, they can still ask questions.
Of course. Yes. Yes, it will be all moderated by a local therapist and podcaster in our area, Susan Rogendorf. So she'll be available also to pull some of those questions from the community as well.
Okay. Well, why do you think it is so important for people to maybe open up about their struggles and with mental health? Because a lot of folks just keep it buried in.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's so much, we've come so far and there's still so far to go in terms of the stigma and shame surrounding mental health. Yeah. But that's also why we wanted to bring in these poetry and Build Your Own Terrarium, right? Mental health is also the really challenging moments, but it's also the ways that we show up every day to make sure that we're fostering places of connection and joy and comfort and peace in our own lives. And that might be through art, that might be through connecting with nature, and being able to talk about these things openly with each other creates a space for more vulnerable, deep connections with one another.
Yeah, and folks can learn, through this, that little workshop that you're having. how to deal with that stress too. And
Absolutely.
that might be what they need, something to, an outlet.
Absolutely.
Art or planting or gardening or whatever it may be, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, Alexandra, thanks so much again for coming in and talking with us today, and it's always a pleasure. Always
Thanks
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
All right, again, that Mental Health Madness event is Friday, May 3rd from 4:30 to 6:30. All right, right there, all the details on your screen. We just had that, and you can also find all that information on Facebook by searching for the M.A.D Therapy. We'll also have details posted on our quadcities.com.